Yes, people, welcome back to Family Ties with the bros, Tobi, Jed.
Hello.
How you guys doing?
How you doing, lad? It's not a news interview, bro.
No,
just introduce the podcast, man.
just trying to, you know.
Introduce the podcast.
We're good.
Yes, people, welcome back to Family Ties with the
You know we're
bros.
not cutting out the first one.
Sorry. This is giving the vibes of when he used to record, and I'll be
just trying
chilling
to
outside the
give
So
room.
I'm just letting you know.
I'll be
you know
chilling
we're not
outside the
cutting out
room
first
listening
one.
to him.
I beg
Both of those intros,
Nah, I think leave this whole thing in.
both of those are staying in.
Gosh, okay.
Go on, one more time,
I'm not doing it all the time because you guys start using takes on me. Should I do it one more time?
please.
This is all staying in. There's nothing getting cut.
Okay, cool.
Executive edit.
Cool. Well, firstly, we want to say thank you to you guys for the reception we've received. It's been a long time coming, this podcast, and Tobi is the reason why it's been delayed in the first place. But yeah, thank you guys.
So
for
we're
the
playing
reception.
blame
on
game.
blast.
We're playing blame game.
I'm just trying to
Cool.
let them know the
Just
reason
remember
why.
when you get blamed in the rest of the series. Just remember that you did that.
Blame me for everything anyway.
See, now this is how it always was, and I was just there sat in the middle like this.
Are we done here?
We just started
Okay. Yeah. Where was I now?
on the sofa.
I can't deal with these guys. Can we just cancel the whole thing, guys? Well, yeah, thank you guys for the reception we've received. A lot of you guys have been excited to see it, but we also wanted to know what you guys have to say to us. So anything you guys might have to say, send it in to @FamilyTiesShow, and we'll dig into it and give our opinions on it.
Nice.
This is such a TV presenter. You've done too much TV work. You see the way he looked at me after he said, "We'll give our opinions on it."
I'm looking at you. because
Yo, what's
you
going on, guys?
are
Manny
really-
here, and welcome back to another Sunday
No.
League.
Okay.
Welcome back to.
How have you guys
Okay.
been?
I've been all right.
Busy.
That doesn't surprise me.
Normal for you?
Yeah.
I've been busy too, guys.
Didn't ask.
Damn.
Sorry.
See, and this is because
No,
this is because of what you did initially,
What did
where
I
you
do?
put him
set
on blast,
yourself up
and now he's gonna keep
for the
doing
rest
this.
of the episodes.
he's gonna keep doing this.
Season.
Well, I'll smile through the pain, innit? Anyway, since no one asked about my week, I'm going to tell you. Obviously, you guys know. No, toes. Yeah, relax. Wheel it in.
Oh my god.
You guys know, or you guys at home might not know, a few weeks ago our house flooded, pipe popped off and burst and just went straight through, down all the floors.
Were there no signs that this was coming?
No, genuinely.
No,
signs.
none at all.
None.
Cool.
Zero.
He said he woke
So no
up
like
like a
slight
rainforest.
leaks, no
because we had a
cutting
little
out
leak
of
before.
cutting out of like hot water, cold water type.
No, we had a little leak before, but that wasn't related. That was from a rad valve.
That's what they told you.
Yeah, but this one was literally a main pipe that popped off, and then I literally woke up, and I'm hearing like rain in the house.
Amazon rainforest.
Yeah, I was so out of it. I was thinking, what's that sound? It sounds too loud. And then I go out of the first room, and then I just see water pouring through the kids' bathroom. Run downstairs, and it's just like
Through the kids' bathroom. They got their own bathroom. My God.
Don't.
I was, as soon as you said it, I was thinking, why did you even say that? As soon as you said it, I was thinking, why did you even say that?
How many bathrooms you got, mate?
2, like a lot of houses can have. Don't try and do that. I know you're not gonna try and do that. But yeah, that was quite a shock. I didn't even know what to do, so I didn't know who to call. I thought I was in a bad dream. Then I called Dad. I was like, Dad, what do I do?
Are you big age? Your brother and
Yeah,
dad?
no, I had to because I was thinking, who do I call first? Then I called the insurance initially, and also called like the home care people that we had. But certain things, you need to check these things when you have a house. Like certain things aren't covered.
Like what?
Like
that was covered, right?
well, yeah, it
was and it wasn't.
No, it was,
just-
but
it
you
should
need
be,
to
it's
know
just
what's
flooding, no?
covered. But you know, sometimes when you're filling out stuff, for me, when I filled it out, I didn't fill out contents insurance.
Hey,
But luckily for us, it was only the sofa on one side that got.
have you updated that now?
Yes, I have updated.
Okay.
Yeah, just a lesson to you guys. If you're going to homeowning and stuff like that, then yeah, make sure that your insurance is patterned. You never know when you're going to
No content insurance. God forbid there was a fire. Everything gone.
gone. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So now we've been living in a hotel for like a month or so, and finally we
So
got
nice?
keys to the
Sweet
rent.
life of-
Yeah, it's decent.
Room service.
Mac and
I've
Mally.
not used it yet.
What?
It's a bit spenny. So yeah, not used it yet.
Maybe we should have saved on the kids' bathroom, eh?
Don't
Oh
do
my days.
Don't do
This
that.
is gonna be going on for the entire time, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be.
So yeah, we're going into a rental place whilst they get all the works done. They're taking ceilings out and everything, and they said we could be out for
Taking
some time.
ceilings out.
So
My house probably still won't be done by the time you're back in, so it doesn't really matter.
Nah, hopefully, man, soon.
Hey.
But yeah, it's not ideal being in a hotel room with 2 kids because the bedtime's different ages.
But they make the beds for you, no?
Yeah, but that doesn't make, they don't put our kids
It's a
to bed.
plus. Yeah, you got to look on the bright side, my friend. I'm sure you can ask them. I don't know if I trust hotel staff with children, but
If they have babysitters and stuff,
Just
or
about
it's
get
just
the sheets redone.
don't do that. Don't do that. I'm sure they're doing their best.
what's new with you, sir?
Um,
Back from injury.
Out.
Kicking ball again.
the thing,
Yeah.
do you know, it was nice to actually touch grass again for the first time in
Grass nerd.
how many? Thanks
Go
for
on.
that,
You see, now you put another target on your back.
bro.
You guys do that anyway.
In
'cause you guys-
in how many weeks? Because I had like a little MCL. I don't know, what is it, sprain, or what, like it just stretched more than it should have, essentially, in a silly 50-50 tackle in training that I genuinely didn't need to go for. So, guess you
got
can
your
say it was
morning
my
voice
fault.
on.
I was going to say, bro, speak.
You say it's my morning voice,
Yeah, that's how I talk in the morning.
but this is how I talk.
Your voice.
But this is my regular
Oh,
voice.
dude.
This is my
Is it-
regular voice.
Do you want some what?
Can I try and
Agua?
can I try and make it? Oh, Duolingo, yeah,
See,
yeah.
How many languages can you speak, Manny?
I can speak English
Why did
Tiny bit of
Why did you
Spanish.
add a comma there? There's nothing after that, bro. It's just
and
English.
waffle. I'm
You say
Fluent
sorry
in waffle.
when you say a tiny bit of Spanish. What percentage are we talking?
I'll say 5%.
Child,
5.
That's a lie and a half.
Too much.
That is a lie and a half.
See or no?
¿Cómo te sientes? Yeah, wrap it up. let's
What
move
did
on.
you say?
Let's
What did
move
you-
on.
wait,
Let's
stop,
move on.
Stop. What did you say?
¿Cómo te sientes? You asked me how.
Uy.
That's 1%.
How are you?
Nah.
How do
not
you
quite.
feel?
Yeah, how do you feel?
Sientes, yeah.
Wow.
Siempre muy cansado.
Always very tired.
Yeah!
Hey,
Come
listen.
on! I can't remember.
Always very tired. You didn't even say I'm always. You said
Yeah,
always
it's broken
very tired.
Spanish.
How many can you speak?
Don't worry about me, my friend.
See, when it comes to this competition here, this is the nerdiest one out of all of us.
You don't keep calling me
And then-
nerd.
And when we say nerd, we just mean you're really smart. Like if we were to go on
He's
like a
not really smart. He's
no,
You could have said smartest one, but you chose the more negative.
you're right. I apologize.
You should.
But
he's
if
smart.
if we were to go on a game show, right, and there's like general knowledge questions, he's on it, I'm on it. I don't
too.
know if you're on it.
I'm on it too. General.
I don't know
knowledge.
if you're on it. I'll be real.
Can we do some general knowledge?
What's the capital?
Can we do
of
some
Croatia?
general-
I feel like it might be Hajuk though.
What is it, Tobes?
It's not her joke.
What
It's
is
not
it,
Hajuk.
Tobes?
I'm not telling you.
You're not telling me. I'm too cool for school. That one.
Guys, can we get some general knowledge questions?
I didn't even.
You do look at the answers, bro.
I saw the first question.
I'm the one that
but
brought it
I know
up.
the answer.
I'm the one that brought it up.
What was
So
the
I
first
said
question?
he will be on it. I'm just not sure if you
My
make the
general
cut.
knowledge actually isn't that good.
All right. So you want me to? Which country is known as the land of the rising sun?
I know that one.
Land of
The thing
rising
is,
sun.
we should all know
Argentina.
this.
Land of the rising.
That's your answer. We should all know this from one thing that we used to play.
Oh.
Land of
You're
the
talking about Prince
rising
of Persia,
sun.
innit?
Nope.
I don't know.
I was thinking Prince of Persia when you said that.
No.
Land
Do
of
you
the
want me to tell you what it
rising
was?
sun.
What,
you want me-
what
do you want
did
me
we
to tell
play
you
with
I'm gonna
Indiana
say
Jones?
China for no reason.
So you're close. It's Japan. Medal of Honor, bro.
Bro,
Do you not remember the?
G. I don't remember that.
Okay,
Go on.
fine. No, it's fine.
Another one.
All right. I like this one. What is the smallest prime number? I asked it for a reason.
3, no? 1. 2. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
I asked it for a reason 'cause I knew you would know it, but I knew
Bro, I
there's
can't
no
even remember
chance.
what a prime number is.
A prime number is a number that is only divisible by one in itself.
No,
Bro, I can't remember. Alright, let me tell you something right now.
it's okay. It's,
No, 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 let me tell you something right now. Ever since I left school, I erased everything in my mind from school.
clearly.
Everything.
No, that is so funny. See, I'll ask another kind of school one for you,
Probably
but you
does
should
not
you should
what
know
a power
this.
is.
You should know this, right? What is the chemical symbol for gold,
Hey, you.
my boy?
Let's go.
Hey,
I can't read you from here. All right,
Last one.
last one. Oh, this is a hard one. So I'm gonna let you get within a certain time period for it.
Go on.
In what year
Oh,
did the Titanic sink?
flip, am I supposed to know? Another film.
Give or
came
take
out
5 years.
1996.
Give or take 5 years.
I just-
And the funny thing is, this one I actually would have been close to if I didn't get on the dot.
I know the answer to this, but I'm getting confused.
Because of other stuff
1961.
that.
1912.
1912.
Yeah, on the dot.
I know the
Nah,
movie is like 1996. You know,
On the dot.
DiCaprio and that.
Okay.
I know this
Go,
because
never
of
let go.
all the other stuff that was happening in the world around the time. You know?
Oh, so how old are you then? 120 or what?
He was
Or I
about,
just
no.
paid attention in history.
Oh, he said shut up.
Paid attention to history. History was too dead.
Bro, do you know how many times I fell asleep in class?
What was your worst lesson?
History, I hated history. History
was
was
a
so
drag.
boring to me.
History was like, unless it was like an active
Didn't
session.
care. You know, in primary school, history was good because you're learning about the
Ancient Egypt.
Because they did like horrible
Egyptians
history
and the Romans and
Yeah.
you know, like
Oh,
what's her
horrible
name?
history
Queen
was it.
Boudica of the Celts or Celts, whatever it is. And then in like secondary school, it just was like, oh, it's too political, man.
Secondary
Yeah.
school, we're doing Battle
Or-
of Hastings. We're doing, bro, all sorts of stuff.
Bro, I promise.
When's the Battle of Hastings?
I don't even know.
Man,
Bro,
yeah.
I erased any
Okay.
10,
from
6,
school,
and 6. my boy.
No, why would you
but I
say
wouldn't have
it?
gotten it right.
If I
So-
said to you 0800 double O or treble O, whatever it is,
1066. Oh,
that was Hastings, the insurance
Yeah, I
company,
wouldn't
whatever
know
it
that.
was. I don't know.
He
what
wouldn't
it
have put 2 and 2 together for that. I
Wow.
don't think.
okay.
But yeah, no, history was definitely up there for the worst.
was.
Unless it was like, you know, the lessons where you're like watching something. But those were the easiest ones
What
to
about,
fall
like,
asleep.
CSHE?
Did that count as a lesson for you?
That was
It
horrible.
was a lesson, kind of. No, we
For
had
us,
it
that
in
was like a-
between. We
it
had
was
like
like a
20-minute
20-minute period, yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
They didn't even dedicate a lesson.
It was
to
just before
See, that's
break
what they were
time.
wasting your time in regular school.
No, I was wasting my time, not them.
You are both as bad as each other. A whole lesson for PSHE.
I don't know if I think it was random.
My
Like,
school could
Yeah,
not.
we would do
now
it.
and
We
then,
would do
one
it
week.
after the second lesson, but before break time.
do you guys remember having I don't want to turn this to nostalgia again, but do you remember having week 1 and week 2?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
A and B.
totally forgot.
I still have loads of my planners, by the way.
Yeah, same.
Did you guys ever like write fake notes from mum and dad?
Who needs to do that?
What? You didn't do that?
Didn't need to.
What, you didn't like?
But
that's
do
how
you know
I used
what?
to
It was
sign- I used to like write slanted.
It
Italian.
was the thing where we would sign each other's planners. I don't remember writing.
If you
fake
forgot
notes.
to get your planner signed and you need to get it checked, then you sign it.
No,
That's
I used
about
to
it.
write notes. Manny does not want to do PE. Is not doing PE today because he had an injury at football.
in your
You
in
jumped
your
out
handwriting.
PE. You skipped
What?
PE.
Wait, in
If it
your
wasn't
handwriting.
football, I was not doing it.
Yeah, you're childish. Absolutely.
This explains
childish.
so
Manny
much.
So much.
can't bring the PE
Explains
kit
so
today.
much.
Manny's not feeling well. Needs to go home at 1:15.
You predicted your illness.
No, Manny has an appointment with doctors.
Hey, I would have hated to have you as a
Right.
student if I was a teacher.
If
I would have
was a-
hated it.
Yeah, don't do that. By the way, it doesn't pay. It
Yeah,
doesn't
you were
help.
actually ratty. That's the way to
I was
describe
gonna-
you.
If you
You
find
were
one
a
of my planners,
menace.
you'll go and see notes that I've written and signed.
Those things
Yeah, but
don't
we won't
exist.
find them.
He burnt them. Burnt them. They don't
Burn all
exist.
your school stuff.
I didn't burn.
That stuff is off the
probably
face of
did.
the earth,
Did
bro.
you?
We did it.
We did.
No,
You
Mum
did.
will find it. I didn't.
You would have. That's how you felt after that GCSEs and stuff.
A-levels,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think.
burning everything.
I know we said you don't want to do nostalgia, but what was I doing? I was recording a Reacts video earlier, and they were showing them doing drone food deliveries. You know, like with a
Yeah.
drone delivering food.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, even the whole concept of food delivery. I remember there was a time in my life where the dream was to be able to have McDonald's delivered to your door, or KFC delivered to your door. Do you not remember that? That wasn't
Yeah.
always a thing.
Yeah. It
If
wasn't.
you wanted fast food,
you had,
You
to
had
go
to
and
go
get it.
get it.
Yeah. Why do you say it like that?
No,
Wait.
because
think
No,
how
but these-
normalized
these
it is
things
now.
have happened so smoothly.
quickly,
Like
yeah.
even getting a cab before, you wouldn't just go on the app and get.
You'd
cab.
have to like
Yeah,
call
you
the
have
You
to
have to
cab
call
call
or
up,
something.
wait,
Yeah.
yeah, that'll be £10 to go to North Greenwich, mate. And gotta go find 10 £1 coins and get.
The world has moved so far in a way where like if you don't join on, you'll get left. Like say like black cab drivers and stuff had to start getting contactless.
Of course,
yeah,
mate.
everything had to.
Nuts. They got contactless pretty much anywhere now.
But how crazy is it that was at one stage in our lives just a dream? Like, oh, imagine if you could just order.
Maybe I'd be eating a lot better if that was still the case.
I don't think. Nah, I don't think that's an excuse.
What?
I think you would go and you would just go.
It's
and
literally at the tip
no,
of your finger.
yeah, but you need to remember now you drive. So now
He would
you're-
definitely would be eating better because it's the effort of driving out as long.
I can't lie to you. I think he happily does that.
No, he would do it sometimes, but
Look
not
at the way
all
but
the
look at the
time.
way he's smiling. He knows it himself.
No, I wouldn't do it all the time. It's long.
Are any of you fat yet?
No,
I feel
I don't.
like
I don't intend to
a
get fat
couple years,
either.
No, a couple months ago, I was looking. I had like a bit of a dad bulge. I'm being serious. I feel like I had a little. I'm normally like slim and whatever.
Yeah,
Put on a bit of weight.
I put on like.
I don't know if
good-
I think
healthy
you're
muscle,
gonna be
yeah.
the
Got a
first
little
one
bit
to
of-
get
yeah.
fat. You know.
Me.
Yeah.
I'm not getting fat. There's no like.
No, I mean, I
No,
was
in the
looking at you
sense that
then,
like
you
if
were
we
looking
were
a bit-
to all stop working out and just eat, you would get fat first.
Yeah, you remember I saw you at the house the other day. I said you look like a bit of pudding.
Yeah, but
Oh no, they laughed in the background. That's one. That's
Nah.
one for you. Well done. 1-0. 1-0.
Come on, the boys.
listen, the thing is, I hear what you're saying. I think it's because I eat a bigger portion than you, and I'm like, know
No,
if that
I
makes
think because
sense.
you actively like go to eat.
Really, you should
does that
be the
even
fat
mean?
one
Why?
because you were the snacker.
No,
no,
but
I
don't
snack.
understand.
No,
a
but
lot,
he
to be fair.
was the snacker. Remember?
You know what
Yeah.
I think has affected my.
You know that one whole that remember we had that one long cupboard in the kitchen that had all this.
Yeah.
That was Manny's cupboard. No one else's.
No, this guy will take a whole packet of biscuits to his room.
Yeah, no. Now wait. The thing
That
he's
was
saying
your
before. Not
Based off of your childhood habits, you
Yeah.
should be chubby.
The last time I was chubby, I was 3.
this one was taking weekly trips to the dentist.
Yeah, no, that was bad.
How many teeth did you have? Seven.
Seven
Seven teeth out at once.
Yeah, 3. And then
In
the
year
dentist-
3,
the
They
dentist
just
was
took your whole bottom
more
jaw.
brushing, lot of plaque there, plaque there,
Dental
just cussing
cavities.
Me the whole
Nah,
time.
man. I said he had 7 teeth out at the age
Yeah,
of
and
what's
I missed
that?
my school play in year 3 because of it.
And
And
I-
then I had teeth growing behind teeth as well. I had an eventful childhood. Why are you guys looking at me like that?
You're just an interesting guy, man. Very interesting.
I mean,
I was
get
gonna
to
say
know
no
me.
one wants to look at this kid with like no teeth in his mouth, just there like
You wouldn't know.
delivering lines.
I've
and
had
that.
in total 12 teeth taken out.
Hey.
And the 2 that grew behind the 2. So you see these front 2.
Do you have your wisdom teeth still?
Yeah, I have those.
Mine are like partially
one.
erupted or whatever it is.
Yeah, I took one out.
That's one thing that like now, like I wish I'd looked after my teeth better.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely that.
I need to stop drinking fizzies as well.
Oh.
You haven't drunk fizzies in like years, no?
Um.
Oh, you broke it.
No, I'm trying to. No. I was trying to
have a little Rubicon guava.
Oh, a little was an elite drink, by the way.
It's an elite drink. Still exists.
No, sugar tax.
Eh?
Most drinks don't taste nice these days.
Do you know what
I
drink
remember when it
slaps?
was.
Yeah, you might not have tried it yet. The French Oasis.
No,
Never tried.
because we.
I
don't have the
ordered it.
luxury of just
I
going
ordered
to
it.
France.
No, it's not about going to France. I imported it. Okay. Yeah. Some people spend their money on kids' bathrooms. Some people import Oasis.
Bro, I didn't spend money on a kid's bathroom. You're
Isn't the
acting
flow
I built a-
Oasis? I don't know.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Would recommend. It's like tropical. It's just oof.
Nah, I've not had it. But I drink a lot of juice. That used to be my drink though. Oasis. Like when I stopped drinking fizzies,
I used to bang.
Oasis was the best drink in the world.
Strawberry Ribena before sugar tax. Oof, my
Hey.
Oh, there was a
I
time
even
we
a
were addicted to
Lucozade
that.
before sugar tax.
Did you sell in school?
Sometimes I didn't
What
really
did you-
bother.
Oh, it's a hustler.
I didn't. Of course you were, because I mean, you weren't there
Add
to
up the
study.
macros or the cans. Get the cans back. Yeah, give me 7 of them. Bang,
Don't
bang,
you- was
bang,
it you
bang
that started
into
a
the bag.
business where you were putting loads of sweets in and selling it for £1?
No, that wasn't me, but I should have done that still.
I
Yeah, we had Sweetie Girl in school. Shout out Laura.
Yeah.
Sweetie
yeah.
Girl.
You know,
Someone else was
school did
selling sweets too. Shout out my boy Dan as well. He was selling cookies.
Yeah, cookies.
Sean was
was
selling chocolates.
Yeah.
I was the fizzy drinks man.
I sold fruit pastels, fruitellas.
Yeah, there you go.
I remember.
Mentos.
I would have been your
I
number one
sold
client.
magnetic earrings.
I would have been your number one. Yeah, you did.
Oreos.
From Claire's Accessories.
Yeah, Claire's. You know, it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
Selling
50 for the
magnetic
big-
earrings.
That's
in
why
school.
when you asked the
50
question beforehand, would earrings suit him? I was like, yeah, because I've seen him try the earrings on
No,
before.
the things I know that he used to have them.
It's for the kids that.
But I'm
weren't allowed
saying,
to
I just
actually
don't
pierce their
think-
ears.
I was
Bro,
that-
I don't
addicted
think
I
to
was
the-
that
I
kid.
addicted to
aesthetic
the
right now.
curve.
Like this, I think actually suits you.
But you
I-
wouldn't have said that before, though.
No, I would have.
Who would have? He seen me at the
And I
magnet
think it's
earring.
because of maybe more so I guess the way his hair is or whatever. Slight difference in head
just
shape.
Say it. Just say it. Just say it.
Bro,
You
I don't
he's
think
cooler
I don't
than
think
me.
an earring
Just say it.
would
You think
suit
he's
me.
cooler than me?
Do you get it?
It's not about thing. It's not a subjective
You think he's
thing.
cooler than me?
It's not. A
Do you think
subjective
he's
thing.
cooler than you? Because right now you're
It's
projecting.
subjective.
It's not subjective.
Ask my wife.
It's factos. That's bias. That's not
Okay.
subjectivity.
Nah.
Plus, she doesn't have to be with you to think you're cool. Like, you know, she can still say he's cooler than you.
Yeah, no, but he thinks he's cool because he turned up to Baller League with his lollipop and he's just there with his hat backwards.
No, do you know what the lollipop thing is? Not. It's not about it
Is it
being.
super
Do you know what? When did
no,
it
it's
actually
not even
start?
superstitious. It's just like, listen, Fergie had his gum.
No way. No way
No,
is
it's
that
not
why you
super-
did
it's
it.
not superstitious. It's like,
No
Fergie
way
had
is
his
that why you
gum.
did it.
I want to have something to. I
Nah.
have a lollipop. That's it.
Because when you did it the other day, I was thinking, right,
I see him just there.
is that actually a thing?
It before he walks out.
The bag is stacked with lollipops, man.
No way.
Yeah, man.
So what's your thing?
I don't have a thing, to be honest.
It wasn't to be like I need a thing. It was just like something for like, you know what I mean, for content type.
Trying to be a meme.
Something that people will notice. Oh yeah, he's always got a lollipop. Now it's free
No.
engagement.
Free
He's got the lollipop. He's got the lollipop. No one actually cares.
Before
but
you know it, people are going to be asking what flavor is it.
Apple usually.
Apple.
Yeah.
Apple juice.
Bro, after I had
How is
sweets
the
in
Baller
ages,
League?
man.
How are you finding it?
It's a lot more responsibility than I was expecting. Very, very intense. I think I took for granted how seriously people take this, because what you have to remember is there's a load of ex-pro footballers and there's a load of semi-pro footballers and just pro footballers in general that would have wanted to make it to a high level and, you know, be playing matches on Sky Sports and blah, blah, blah. And this is a chance for them to get exposure online in front of some ex-footballers that are managers, or, you know, just some big celebrities or whatever, or some influencers or content creators that they might have grown up watching. It's a chance to make a name in front of all these people. Plus, it's on Sky Sports every Monday. So it's like, it's a big deal for these people. And I think that's something that I didn't really take into consideration when they came to me and said, oh, would you like to be a manager for this team? And all you got to do is show up to 6 games out of 12 in the season and do some social posts and obligations, I'm thinking. And then I think the biggest wake-up call is 2 things. It's the fact that the family messaged me every week to talk about how it's been, so that they're watching and paying attention. I think sometimes doing this, you forget that your family is actually paying attention to everything you do. Whereas when we first started out, you know, mum and dad weren't watching or nothing. Now you watch everything. They're the biggest fan, number one fan. The second thing is the group chat. Can't be getting cooked in the group chat. No way. The first week, and we laughed about it on the other podcast, they said, oh, Tobi's sweating it now. He goes to every training session. The first week, they cooked me in the group chat for losing when all the other YouTube teams won. I said, never again. Never again.
First week it was looking dark, innit?
It's not so much that it was looking dark. It was just because of the other results in comparison. It was like, oh, yeah, maybe they're in a bad place. But I think I just didn't know the team. They didn't know me. I didn't feel comfortable like barking out commands to people that I didn't know their style of play. We barely had a training session before. So like no one really knew each other. And I think they were nervous. But since they had that losing feeling, something that they never want to experience again.
I think that was the
So
best thing. And
that's why whenever we start losing in games, that's when they switch on.
Yeah.
Because they know, oh, I don't like this feeling. Bang.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it has been a lot more intense than I thought it would be. I didn't expect so many eyes to be on it publicly in general. Like, there's a lot of mainstream eyes, yeah. Like, so many people be hitting me up like, yo, I want to come to Baller League. I want to watch you see the ballers come over. Like, Alanga come through. What's his name? Amari pulled up the other week. Ola Aina was there. Iwobi's been there. He's trying to play? No, he's not trying to play. He's not trying to play. See, the issue is like, I know a lot of like pro ballers now, and it's like, I would love to ask them to step in and, you know, just have a little bit of game time, but you risk an entire global fan base, depending on what team you're pinching from, getting on your back. If they pick up an injury playing for VZN FC, it's
But saying that,
and also the other thing I'll say is it's a different ball game.
Very different from football.
I think it's not to say that I think pro ballers would be good in it anyway.
if they understand
Like,
how
what's
they need
his
to
name
play.
was
But
in it,
I
innit?
think you see like the stuff
Forrest
with
Thierry.
Deeney, it puts a target on their back. So like players will be like, what? He thinks he's stepping into this. First tackle, do you know what I mean? Just like trying to foul them more.
Bro, even Lescott's thing,
Yeah.
beefing. But it's so weird seeing someone you know beefing Lescott on
But
the
also
pitch.
it's weird because the dynamic, and this is something that we've spoken about already. We didn't expect it to be that competitive.
Yeah.
But also, like you said, there's ex-pros. There's sometimes you might even find sort of semi-pro, current pro kind of, and these are all people that pride themselves on being good at football.
Yeah.
So they don't want to look bad in any way. They don't want to get pushed off and bodied off the ball. So it's like a proper, like, when you're in that place, it's hot, it's an arena, and you got to hold your own.
Do you think you could do a job in there?
I think I could. I don't know what job.
Goalkeeper,
Ball boy.
No,
goalkeeper.
no, not goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper's
I
a
think
long
based
day
off
in there. I
energy
can't
alone,
tell
I'd be
you.
able
Is
to
it?
like
A long
hang
day.
in there. But I feel like I'd need to train for like 2-3 weeks.
I don't think you need to train for that long. I think knowing your play style, I think you slot in there perfectly, because it's not so much about like levels of technical ability and consistency. It's more so about
Football
doing
IQ.
the right things. It's a very high football IQ game because it's such a small space and you have to make decisions so quickly. It's about who's got the highest IQ and then who can execute it.
Yeah.
So like, I know that I'm nowhere near the level of a lot of the people that play in that league in terms of that technicality, but in terms of football IQ and understanding the game, and in terms of my style of play, which is like the relentless press type thing, like I don't stop running. 90 minutes I'll be running, even if my legs are dying, I'll be running. I think this style of game would suit me.
I think so. I think because the kind of player that you are is like you're always trying to catch the defenders or other people.
He's a poacher.
And what
I
a
set
lot of
traps.
people don't know is this game requires movement more than anything.
That's the other
Because there's
thing.
times there's like a bank of 3 just sat there
Yeah.
and it's like no one will move, which is why you'll just see the defenders pass it across them.
Did you see that goal that Ginger's team scored that time?
Yeah.
Where they
just pop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what
Oh
the game
my,
needs.
that
That's
was
what I'm trying to
that
get
was
mad.
so
You need to
beautiful
make
to watch.
movements to give options.
It's
off the
about
ball.
unselfish off the ball football,
Yeah.
and I pride
Yeah.
myself in my off the ball ability. On the ball, I don't really like to dribble. People see me as a dribbler, but I don't really dribble. I don't really do skills like that. But I pride myself in my off the ball movement, my ability to create space, find space, and make unselfish runs for people to open up other space. I think a lot of the people in there, like you said, they have like a reputation or like a standard they feel they need to uphold because of the standard of football that they're playing. And so they end up trying to do just selfish stuff with the ball rather than thinking, okay, my teammates over there, what's the thing I can do best to help them in that situation? And that's the way I play subconsciously. It's like, if I'm in that person's position there on the ball, what do I need? I need a runner here. I need an option here. I need someone to drag this defender away so I have a space to go into. Once you start to see the game like that, and I've just given everyone 3 tips. Once you start to see the game like that, you will be amazed at how much it changes.
See, I'm surprised that you lot are saying you didn't think it was going to be this competitive.
It's not that. It's not that.
There's a number of things though, because I didn't think the UK had what it takes to digest something like that. I feel like this is the kind of stuff that you see with like TST and stuff like that. You see in America and different places, or
Yeah, but I felt like as soon as you saw all the people that were being thrown into it, and then you saw it's something very different from what has been around already. I just felt like it was going to be mad. Just the fact that it was on Sky. And
No, but that's what I'm saying. It wasn't. Yeah, we didn't know it was going to be on Sky.
you didn't know
We
it was gonna be on
found
Sky.
out like a week before the thing started. By the way, yeah, it's
is
going to be
it?
on Sky
yeah, it was a late thing.
Okay,
they
that
jumped
makes
on it
sense
after.
then.
because they didn't want to pay us more money.
That makes sense then. Because remember UTR 5s? That was mad competitive for no reason, to the
But
point
that
where it
was
was just
only
like,
competitive because like
yeah,
one
but
sort of brought that sort of like, yeah, we want to do better and we want to come to your turn.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And remember what it was like when teams would now face us, and it would just get like mad tense, and
But
we're doing formations on a 5-a-side pitch.
Yeah, yeah.
When usually you just go man for man, and yeah, it's just vibes, and it got mad competitive.
But I think
This is
also
basically the
amount
same
of
thing but
money
heightened.
that players are being paid to do it is another thing, because a lot of non-league, if players weren't being paid that, would turn their eyes. They would be like, oh, like what's that? but because people are going, oh, actually,
It's
I'm
decent
earning
money
for a team or something I could earn in this match or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
decent money.
But I think it will only get bigger, and I think Ballers League can go really far. To be fair,
There's a lot of people turning their noses up at it, you know, the traditional. "Oh, why is this? I don't pay my Sky Sports subscription for this. Listen, there's a lot of stuff that they show on Sky that you don't watch.
Almost
You don't watch
90%
Sky
of the stuff.
24/7, bro.
90% of the
we
stuff
know
you
what
watch.
you're watching it for. You know what you're watching it for.
Yeah, you don't
Just
watch
watch
that.
what you want.
People hate change. They hate new things.
I think it's more so like that in the UK, which is why I thought it would never really.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people have really taken to it though.
a lot
I'm
have.
I'm
That's what I'm
getting
saying.
messages in the
But
group
there's
chat
also
where
a
it's
have,
like,
vocal
but-
minority.
There's
yeah, but
also,
there's people that are saying like, oh, we didn't realize this thing was actually going to be this this is actually very entertaining to watch.
of course
Think
it
about
is.
what it's like now watching an actual game of football. More time to sit down and watch 90 minutes of football is a drag now. It's not as entertaining as it used to be. But
What
Ballers
do you
League,
know about what it used to be?
but I remember just as much as you guys tuning into
Well, I mean,
Football Focus.
it
scores and
just
all that.
depends on the game though, because say for
Do
example,
you know about
this-
Lazio?
There's certain games that are interesting. But there's also how many times have we watched like a Man United v Chelsea game, and it's a 0-0 snooze fest. But then you got Ballers League, it's 30 minutes, quick, short, sharp football.
It's almost
Baller League, guys. Get
Baller
the
League,
Baller,
sorry.
Baller League.
It's set up in a way where it's almost like someone has to win.
And that's what makes it entertaining.
not in the Sidemen derby.
Nah.
Nah, but well, I mean,
Hey, 5-5.
it was
Hey,
close.
We
It was
should have
close.
won. Could have won.
Yeah, but my boy Flo came through 4 goals.
That's the thing. It goes from sometimes being a team game to where you actually need an individual to step up and be like, yeah.
Yeah, but that's
you have
actually what football is, though. Sometimes it's a team game and the teams are balanced out, and you need an individual to break that.
Yeah.
And sometimes individuals doing things, and you need, or loads of individuals are working well together, and you need a team to work together to stop them. Like when they put 3 man on Saka to deal with him on the right side or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I see some people complaining that what's the point of the whole how long are the half? 50 minutes. So there's 24 minutes of normal game time and then 6 minutes of game changers across the whole game.
Yeah.
They're saying, what's the point of the 24 minutes if you're just going to put in the game changers to run it? The whole point of Baller League is that in the 24 minutes that you have, or let's say 12 minutes and a half, you make the most of it so that the game changer cannot affect you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you haven't got to a stage where the game changer is not going to be a problem for you, then you haven't done enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I always tell the boys, like, if we're winning the game, kill it, get as many goals as you can. If we're dominating, get as many goals as you can. So you're in a position that when the game changer comes, you can ride out that storm. And if you're losing, stay in it as much as you can. So if the game changer comes through,
Yeah.
you can pull it back.
I did in the
give
side
an
derby.
example for the people that might not know what a game changer is.
So game changer is effectively where the rules of the game are altered for the last 3 minutes of each half to allow more things to happen. So for example, you might be experiencing a 0-0 and the game changer comes through and it is a 1v1, which is a scenario where how many players on the pitch? 12. So 10 of the players leave the field. There's 2 left, 1 on either side, and they can score from within their half basically. And it's just a 1-on-1 situation for 3 minutes. You can sub players out as you need to, but there's only 2 players on the pitch at any one time. And so it increases the likelihood of people scoring goals if they have a good shooting
Is that
ability.
the one-on-one?
That's the
That's the
one-on-one.
one-on-one with a goalkeeper.
No, that's
No.
1-on-1.
That's 1-on-1. 1v1 is the
One-
other one.
The one with the goalkeeper is +1.
+1. Okay, cool.
So that's where you start with a goalkeeper, or it's just
Yeah,
2.
goalkeeper,
It could
2
be
players.
2 players.
Yeah.
2 players.
Oh, that one's called
But
plus
if it's a
one.
goalkeeper, they're not allowed to get involved in the build-up of play,
Yeah,
right?
no, it's a goalkeeper. Sorry, it's a goalkeeper and an outfielder on each team.
Yeah.
Goalkeepers aren't allowed to get involved in the build-up. They're only allowed to make saves.
Mhm.
And
Every goal,
for
someone
each
gets
goal.
added.
and when I say they're not allowed to get involved in the build-up, like if you make a save and you caught the ball, you can roll it out, but you
Yeah.
can't get the ball back. You
Yeah.
can't pop 1-2s. And then whenever a team scores a goal, both teams get a player added
That
on.
I
So it
didn't
goes
know,
to
by the
2-2, 2v2, 3v3, 4v4, 5v5,
Yeah,
up to
I think
6v6 again.
Yeah.
So that's a really good one. And there's loads of little things like that that essentially spice up the game to make stuff happen if the game is boring. it adds more to it. Sometimes the game's already entertaining and it adds even more, or sometimes it lets you like just see out of it. You like fair play, for example, no fouls, any fouls, an instant red card.
Yeah.
So then everyone kind of takes a step back and games become less aggressive because you don't want to lose a player unnecessarily.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the kind of thing. But like I said, essentially you want to kill off a game or stay in a game until the game changes there.
See, I think it's really cool because it gives kind of like remember when you be playing in school and stuff and you could be smacking the other team and
you say last
goal wins. It gives a last goal wins vibe, and I just think that is so it's so entertaining to like watch.
You're gonna play in it, mate. You're gonna be a wild card one week, mate.
You could play.
Am I
Because you're not even on coaching stuff, realistically.
Well,
Can we
Can't
wild card
I can't
together?
play as a manager.
wild card together.
That would be entertaining.
I need to train, bro.
No, you're both defensive liabilities, man.
I need to
Can't have you
train.
in there. But yeah, we're currently doing really well in Baller League. My team is currently second in the league. There's also an extra thing called Pepsi Prime Time. What is it called?
Pressure point.
Pepsi Pressure Point, which is essentially MLS penalties. Every team submits one player for MLS penalties, and the last man standing takes home an extra point. My team have won that 3 times, so we have 3 extra points. So it's like we never lost a game, but we dropped 2 points last week. So got to win 2 more now. Win the rest of our games. But yeah, we're doing well. We're second in the league. And talking of leagues, I feel like we have to get this out of the way as quickly as possible.
If I'm being honest. What is it? Is it congratulations are in order, or do it like what do we say about
Premier
that?
League, just say well done. Just say well done.
I'll say that
You
you've
guys
done well in
How
a
do
year
you
that
like your state?
you've done well in a year that everyone
Medium
was bad.
That'll do.
That's what I'll say.
Sometimes medium. All right, medium.
Well done. Just say well done. How do I like one?
You've looked good. Like you looked really good
You're the
in
best
a year
of a
that
bad bunch.
exactly.
But
No one.
everyone keeps.
I'm not discrediting. No. I'm actually not going to discredit your season, but you can't deny that teams did not step up this year.
But
City.
What teams? Because are you going to say just because the top teams didn't step up? Because also, if you look at like your Brentfords, Fulhams, Brighton, who else is there? Villa. They've all stepped up.
But essentially, what we're saying is the teams that should have
the teams
stepped up
that normally
haven't stepped up.
consistently challenge and are able to maintain that level of consistency just didn't.
They didn't.
All the
But
teams
is that because the other teams stepped up?
No,
against everyone except you.
What do you mean?
Who
It's
really
the-
stepped up against
the
you?
only team I can think of was
Fulham.
Forest. What did
Fulham, Forest,
Fulham and Forest both took points off you?
Newcastle, 3-3 draw.
I personally, I don't think you really throw Newcastle into that conversation at this point.
What do you mean?
Newcastle are a strong team.
No,
Yeah,
I know
you
they're a
get what I'm
strong
saying?
team, but I'm saying still, they're a strong team that still has lost games.
No, of course, but I'm saying like when we're saying that other teams have stepped up, like Newcastle, you know what you're going to get with
No,
them.
but also
get what I'm saying?
Newcastle, I would, as a Liverpool fan, I would still expect to go to Newcastle and win. We drew. Do you, not get what I'm
you would
saying?
expect to go to Newcastle and win.
Yeah, I would still expect to go
Expect. I think
Who's the
expect
bottom
is
3?
crazy.
Who's gone down? It's Ipswich,
Leicester,
Southampton,
Southampton.
and Leicester. Leicester took points off Arsenal this season. They could have taken points off United, but we dealt with them
Thank
in
God
the
for
end.
that.
Southampton should have taken points off of us. And
Yeah,
we was
they
losing
were
1-0 to the like
up, yeah.
89th minute or
Yeah.
something silly. Ipswich took points off of us. These are teams. You dealt with Ipswich?
Did they
no?
take
Did
points off
Ipswich
of us
take
both
points off you?
times?
No.
Just
we
once.
beat
1-1.
Ipswich first game of the season. 2.
So the teams that should be getting dealt with weren't dealt with. Do you know what I mean?
Like,
The teams I just mentioned.
bro, they got dealt with. That's why they're in the relegation.
No,
No,
not
he
by-
means-
I'm talking about your Man United.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, we're not even.
you're
in,
not a good
we're not-
example.
We're not even in the equation anymore. I'm talking like Man City. Their fall
They've
off was
been-
Yeah, they've had a fall off,
crazy.
but I don't know. I think to say some people are saying, oh, this is the worst Premier League season. I think actually, no, it's been one of the better ones because it's been interesting in a way, but mostly in the middle section.
It's the worst Premier League season because the top and bottom were just not.
There wasn't a race.
I don't have
like-
any deadline day. I'm not deadline day. Last day of the season
Yeah.
excitement.
Yes,
Do you know
I
what I
get
mean?
that.
Other than,
but I think
like, when the race for
there,
Champions League.
there
and
was that
but-
period where I think maybe after Jan where we pulled away a little bit. Where Arsenal started.
yeah,
When Arsenal
yeah.
started to fall
What
off.
do you attribute your winning of the season to?
I don't even think you can say that
I
you
think
played
it's
well.
that purple
like
patch that Salah had, pulling some really good clutch moments.
Because there were some of those games you should have lost.
So
or dropped
even
points.
Everton away, we were terrible for a period, and then all of a sudden we're 2-1 up. Unfortunately, last minute, Tarkowski scored, but
You're attributing it to
I think
essentially moments of individual brilliance help carry you through some of the tougher periods, right?
I think if we actually look at it, I think maybe out of all the teams, like you said, we've had the most stable. So Van Dijk not getting injured, that's key. Konate and Van Dijk's partnership, that's key. McAllister, Gravenberch had a really good start to the season.
Yeah.
After that, maybe not the best, but
you lot dropped points
think
against
he's
Arsenal,
still
and we
team
should
of
have
the year,
beat
by the
you
way.
that game.
which game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. Even stuff like that, you lot turned up when you hadn't been turned up the whole time.
Bro,
We
you know, I
turned
was so
up against
annoyed.
you and against City away.
I was so annoyed
Even
for that
City
because
away,
I
we
triple
didn't turn
captain
up.
Salah that week. Because
That's what you get for triple
no,
captain
but hold
and
on.
Salah
Because
against your club.
last time, I was gonna triple
It
captain
doesn't matter.
Haaland
You don't triple captain
against
Salah
City,
against
and
your
I
club.
did
That
not
is
do it.
crazy.
I was gonna triple captain Haaland against.
captaining a player against your team.
No, listen. I was gonna triple captain Haaland against when we played City last year. Didn't do it. Haaland comes away with like 3 goals, 2 assists or something. Foden gets a hat trick as well,
That
and
was
there
like
I
2
am.
years ago.
Was that 2 years? I'm thinking like, bro, what's this? So when I saw we were in a bad way and we're facing Liverpool, Salah's on a purple. I said, yeah,
That guy
triple captain.
against
But,
your
this,
own.
but what I'm
triple
saying
captain.
though is like, so you had players that could step up and, you know, clutch moments for you, whereas I feel like everyone else kind of really lacked that consistently this year.
Saka getting injured was big as well.
Yeah, Saka getting injured was
major.
big.
However, I still think
I
the lack of a
don't think
striker, we
Arsenal
would've-
have. I don't think Arsenal
they
have.
ain't got that.
There's something
to get over the
missing
line.
because I'm still not. No, and this is not me rage baiting or trying to disrespect Arsenal. I'm still not scared of Arsenal. I'm scared of playing Liverpool. I'm scared of playing
I would.
Yeah.
City, even in their bad form. I was thinking,
Yeah.
but-
I'm more scared of Arsenal than I have ever been these last 3-4 years because they sorted out something that was always leaky initially. Their defense. Once they got in Saliba, Gabriel, sort of thing, their defense.
but I feel for some reasons I
It's the
just
attacking
I
situation.
think that's
I
it.
don't feel threatened by them like I should be. Like they're a good side, but
But it's 'cause Arsenal haven't
when,
really
when they
troubled
play
us like
Man
that, though.
United, I don't feel.
Yeah, they've not. They. I don't know. I don't
I
feel like
know
they
that
trouble
we
us.
can win the game.
Whereas playing Liverpool,
Playing Liverpool
we could be holding
in
6.
recent years,
Yeah.
do you get what I'm saying?
We could be holding
It's a
6,
problem.
5.
And I
Playing
don't like
City, we
saying
could be
that.
holding 6 or 5.
I
You
don't
know,
like saying that.
playing Arsenal, it always feels like it's going to be like a tight game that we could. edge
Arsenal
it.
beat us this season at home, at their home ground, on 2 set pieces.
Oh yeah.
And then what was the score at Old Trafford?
I can't remember. We beat them in the cup. That cup game told me everything I needed to know.
Old Trafford was a
I
draw.
feel like that was 1-1 maybe. Yeah.
Was it 1-1 on?
Rice.
It was 1-1. It was a draw, yeah. And we should have battered them.
So
In the game that we lost 2-0, we actually played very well. We were very, very solid. And we just didn't take any chances. Not to say that we had many, but we didn't take the chances that we did have.
yeah,
And then they scored 2 set pieces. And then at Old Trafford, once again, should have put chances away, didn't take them. They come away with a point.
If you
yes,
lot
I
get
remember. This
Champions
was
League-
when Garnacho should have had that goal when he was like played through and it was like offside or something like that.
No, that's a different game. That was last season.
Nah,
Hey, you're
I'm
mixing the
tweaking.
season.
You're mixing the
Like, if you
seasons.
lot get Champions
The one
League
where
from this-
Garnacho
Has this
got-
season been that
The
long?
one where Garnacho got played through and got called offside, the score was 1-1 at that point, and we went 2-1 up, got disallowed, and then the Emirates went loud, and then they scored 2-1,
So
and
then
then they
that-
scored 3-1
that
when
was late.
my man dropped Dallo.
Jesus.
Jesus dropped Dallo.
So then I think this game was 2-0 then.
This game, yeah, I think
I
it was,
don't think
it
we
was either
scored in
two, yeah. So that was mad frustrating. But yeah, we don't have that clinicality when we're on top of games, and we always have one part of our team that for some reason wants to let us down, whether that's Onana in goal,
Chai. Oh my gosh.
or
The thing is, I
defensive
feel for him.
mistakes, or our attack don't want to do stuff, or we have a massive hole in our midfield. There's always one part that's not in sync with the rest of the team, and sometimes it's all of it, and it's really bad. Whereas you lot, you just been on the same page.
So if
on the same
we
page.
could then, because
And
I've been having this
congratulations
argument.
to you for your
Thank you.
20th title. I will say it, but of course I'm not happy.
I won't say it,
I'm not
and I
happy
hope it's
at
the
all.
last one you have for a very long time. But
Hater.
for what? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not a Liverpool fan, am I?
I know, but you know.
What do you think? Like, what would we change? Because I'm so tired of not competing. I'm so tired of it.
Do you know what I genuinely believe? And it's very scary because I don't want to have to go through what you lot went through. I genuinely believe that it might require us to just go through a stage of mediocrity to the point where we don't have any expectations as Man United. I feel like that shirt weighs very, very heavy on a lot of players, and that's why. First of all, as Man United, you're going to have two bits of pressure. It's the global fan base, like probably top 2 biggest clubs in the world in terms of fan base with Real Madrid. And then you have the inflated price tag that you get from being a Man United player. Like Harry Maguire, when you first joined, £80 million price tag on your head. Of course, that's pressure.
Yeah,
everything. Yeah, you signed him for 80 mil, and this is what you're getting. It's got to be pressure.
I've always said this.
And shout out Harry Maguire for riding the storm and now becoming a winger. I think we just played him out of position the whole time.
I think those are the 2 heaviest shirts in football because those are the 2 most unforgiving fan bases.
Unforgiving. Unforgiving.
Like, even when Bell was smashing it.
I can't believe how Bell got treated at Madrid.
Mad hate.
Crazy.
When Ronaldo is like smashing it as well, Ronaldo is getting a lot of hate as well sometimes. So those are the 2 heaviest shirts.
Even let's talk Mbappe. Bruno. Bruno got mad disrespect from our fans, and I know you had your moments of doubt about him, but he was getting mad disrespect from fans in games where he was carrying us through. People don't realize the work that man does on the pitch. They don't understand. They don't get it until they see stats like assists and goals, or they see him pull off a 6 skill to beat a man, or an incredible crossfield pass. That's what they need to see to be like, okay, that's a good player. But they don't see the little mini battles that he wins in the game, or the times where someone's played him a hospital pass and it's made it look like it's a normal pass because he's just dealt with it.
But I think the issue with Bruno was that Bruno takes risks, and it's one of the best things about
There's games where he does it too much, and he just needs to use his brain a little bit more. But in general, the hate that he's got, when people are saying, "Oh, who would you ship out of the club? Get rid of Fernandes." I was thinking, what are you watching?
He's been our best player since he arrived.
No, but this is what guys are saying. This is my issue.
Like people to lift his game as well, and like when he's putting stuff into areas and stuff, he needs people to finish them.
Watch his heat map on any game. Look at the ground that man covers, and the rest of the team aren't pressing with him.
He doesn't help himself in the way he carries himself with a lot of things. And obviously, there's a time when we were pumping you like 7-0, and he's like given up. So that the same way we're saying the shirt's heavy, so is the armband, right? And this is what Roy Keane was getting onto him for, being like, like he just isn't like a proper captain. Because the captain, regardless of whether the ship is going down or not, needs to be the one with his arm up. Like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? So when you're at Anfield as well. So I think sometimes, and it can be a thing with certain players where they know they're captain or whatever, but they don't, like a Gerrard understands the gravity of it. You know what I mean? And maybe it's different for Gerrard because he's a Scouser. So he understands, like, nah, this is my thing. This is my problem. When it's going wrong, I'm the person that's taking the punches. Do you know what I'm saying?
But that's an issue that also occurs because sometimes, so you said, okay, cool, I'm the captain, I need to take responsibility, I need to try and do something. Sometimes that goes the other way for him in the sense that he tries to do too much because no one else is doing anything. So he's trying to do a defensive job and then trying to do an attacking job and then trying to cover the midfield. And it's just all too much for him. Whereas really what he needs to do is rally the troops.
Yeah.
But then when he's rallying the troops, people see it as, he's moaning and complaining. So it's like,
he
can't win.
This is his body language, isn't it? But speaking of, like, you mentioned something where you said as if like people they don't see the little things, right? When it comes to football, especially professional football, like I've not been in it directly. You've been in it as well. Like, how would you say how many little things and things go under the radar that people don't see? Like,
I would say it's almost everything.
Are you talking on the pitch?
On the pitch, everything.
Or in general?
With
I'd say
football,
almost
how hard it is
everything.
to be
Are you including off the pitch?
just everything, the sacrifice. I think
Even off the
people
pitch.
don't respect it enough.
Yeah.
And say, for example, like, and this is what I realized as I grew older and as I matured, I used to be one of those, like, for Liverpool, say, for example, I remember Glenn Johnson, against Palace, where Balassi was just on him.
You
and
always complain
like,
about this.
This guy, Glenn Johnson, he's so bad. But obviously, Glenn Johnson's still at a crazy level.
Yeah.
You understand? So I think as football fans, sometimes we disregard the level of the players around them, and it starts to make people look bad. But when you've been in and around most professional footballers, you see how good they are, and it's in the tiny details, the consistency with which they pass, the weight of their pass, and these little things.
See, it's funny you say this, because I felt like I used to really like complain. For someone that played football, I felt like I used to complain about like players making mistakes and this and that so frequently. But then being able to now see it up close, and let's say someone makes some sort of mistake or they miss an easy chance, right? There was literally a time when I'm trying to remember who it was, missed practically an open goal for Nigeria, and it cost us. Like recently, cost us getting into. I think it cost us getting into the World Cup, and I was fuming. And then at training the next day, when I was at Crawley still, I promise you, I missed the exact same, if not even worse, of a chance in patterns of play. And someone was saying to me, "Yeah, you see, Jed, it's not as easy, is it? That's the same chance you were getting onto my man for. You've missed it in training. He's missed it in a stadium full of how many thousands of fans? Do you get it?" And I realized, man, I can't even really get onto these man, because it's actually so much harder than it looks. It's not as simple as, like, people say when a player shoots from outside the box or whatever, and they smash it and it goes over the bar, and it's like, oh, how are you missing from there? People say it to me all the time, like, bro, he's not just trying to shoot at the goal. If he shoots at the goal normally, the keeper's going to catch it. These are very good keepers. He's trying to do a specific technique that he needs to do to put it past this keeper.
Yeah, it's all relative, really. It's like when you're doing 30 miles per hour on a 30 mile per hour road, it feels like you're going quite fast, right? You're doing 30 miles per hour on a M-way, 70 mile per hour road, the same speed, same thing. It's like you're going super slow. It's what's around you. So sometimes you're looking at footballers and you're thinking, oh, this guy's playing media, like I could do this job that he's doing. No, it's very, very far from it.
So hard.
The standard around him is so high. The level of technique and the level of football IQ around him is so high that, yes, he has made that mistake and you expect more from him, but it's not just any job. It's not just anything that's like, he's not a rubbish player. I feel like we forget that sometimes. So,
well, I think people's argument is, they make loads of money.
That money argument is the dumbest thing in the
The money
world.
thing, right?
So
did you
dumb.
watch the Michael Jordan doc, or the Last Dance on Netflix? You see when Dennis Rodman was like, you lot think that you're paying me all this money because of what I'm able to do. This is just a bonus. Like, I'm doing this because I love doing it. The money's for all the crap that comes with it. Dealing with like the media, dealing with the fans, and this and that.
Well, just,
so the money's
then,
justified.
I don't agree with that
because it's a business that makes money, so they're getting their cut.
You have
to
to
being made in the business.
And it doesn't mean that you should have to deal with.
You don't have to deal with but it helps compensate it. So when people are saying, you're getting paid too much money to feel this type of way, like when a footballer might be depressed or something, I'm thinking, well, how does that work? How does it?
Money doesn't offset the fact that you're human and you're gonna feel things the same way as everyone else.
Like, I remember, I think it was like for JJ's fight against Fury, Raheem Sterling was in the box, and he was saying as if I was like, how's football going and whatever, and he's like, like it's going all right, whatever. And then I said, how is it though? And he was like, like sometimes it's hard, like sometimes he misses, like I think he said something crazy, like he missed something like 9 or 10 out of the last 12 Christmases.
You were telling me this.
That's actually mad that you think about. I mean, people will be like, they get to go home, see their family, whatever. But I think even for like the families, like the wives or the kids or whatever, there's large chunks of the week that they
miss huge parts of their family's lives. Huge parts of their family's lives.
Weddings, funerals,
births.
Especially at like the highest level. Like the lower down it is, you have a bit more free time. But when you're playing at Sterling's level and you've got Premier League on the weekend and you've got Champions League during the week, or you've got this and that, and it's not like you're traveling to like local places. You're traveling up and down the country. You're traveling abroad. You know, like for us, if we're going to a game, say we're in London and we're facing someone like Barrow on a Saturday, then we're leaving more time on a Friday morning. Gonna stop off somewhere, train, get there, stay at the hotel. So that's already one day out. Now imagine if you're flying to, I don't know, let's say like Slovakia for a Europa League game or something like that.
Yeah.
You're not just going the day before. That's probably going to take like 3 days out of your week.
There's a travel.
Do you get what I'm saying?
The plane, the recovery.
When you come back, you're coming back at crazy times.
Not to just say, whilst you're doing all this, your mind has to be prepared and ready to compete at the highest level. Because if not, you get eaten up.
Yeah.
And I just want to put this out there. I think Raheem Sterling is one of the most disrespected Prem players of all time.
100%.
I agree with that.
100%.
Like,
I really liked him as a player. Still do.
but yeah.
People shouldn't use, they get paid this much as an excuse for everything else.
Yeah.
Because imagine it's just a hypothetical situation, God forbid. Something goes wrong in someone's family and you lose a family member to like an accident or something that's the fault of a company.
Mm-hmm.
You get a massive payout as a result of the company admitting that fault.
Yeah.
But you've lost a family member. You don't go to themselves, oh, well, you got 20 million, so you know what I mean?
Suck it up sort of thing.
That's the
Like, yes, it's a compensation, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm
That's the
human
word
and I'm
you're
going to
looking
feel
for. Doesn't
the
compensate.
pain.
Yeah.
It
Or
doesn't
like when
remove the
Ronaldo
pain. It's
lost
like,
a child, right?
Yeah.
Or was it
Bro, even that was crazy because if I remember correctly, he played
still played.
Arsenal
Yeah.
straight after that because I went to that game. He scored a very good goal, by the way.
was that not when you lot gave him
2-1.
the... When he lost his child, you lot gave him like a standing ovation.
Yeah.
7 minutes.
Yeah.
Class and
But
field.
people were moving
Class.
like, because remember how he was in the summer,
Mm.
and then when he came back and it was just like everything was just like a bit of a mess, and people were moving like, oh, like you're Ronaldo, you're supposed to be doing da 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 da, and people are forgetting this is a human being that, yes, it may have been a few months, but they just lost like a child. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think we
still something that will affect
we
you.
as humans, we just get so entitled when we're used to something, and we just have expectations of people that realistically they shouldn't need to uphold because they are human at the end of the day. And I feel like we forget that people are humans. And I say we because I know that we've all done it. I'm not pointing the finger at anyone and saying, oh, you should do better. We all need to do better in general. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that, really. I don't really want to talk too much more about football because this is not a football podcast. Any plans for the next week, you guys?
Move in.
Into your rental home?
Yeah. Move in.
Kids' bathroom?
I just knew it was coming. I just knew it was coming.
What a setup.
I just knew it was coming.
No.
You didn't answer the question though. Oh, there we go.
No. We're sharing a bathroom. Yeah.
Hey.
Phenomenal.
Don't act like we didn't all share
Muy
a bath.
bien.
What's that mean?
Very good. What
Nice.
do you mean? I know.
I was just making sure, man. Yeah, what else?
What else am I doing this week? Oof. I don't know. Not sure.
What are you doing this week?
Resting. Yeah, man. Straight up rest. I would like to have had a couple holidays booked in the off season.
Couple.
I would like. Nah, do you know,
Taking it there.
hold
with
on.
the
I said I
holidays.
would
How
like to
greedy.
have had
2
them booked.
bathrooms, 2 holidays.
The reason why I
I
say
don't
it's
even
'cause-
want to know what you've got to, mate.
but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So it's just going to be a bit like a few weeks of rest and then lock in for pre-season, essentially. So
Where are you going on holiday?
no, I just said
He doesn't know if he's going to be able to. So he's
No. Well, if you could, where?
if I
would you go?
could, but just somewhere hot, man. Somewhere I can just switch
The
off.
UK is pretty hot right now. I can't
No,
lie.
this
Nigeria's
is a
hot.
different.
Could go back home, fam.
I went Turkey last year. I would like to go again.
I haven't been to Turkey. You went
Very-
somewhere
You've
before
not
me.
been to
I
Turkey.
know.
I went
right.
somewhere before you.
Wow.
Usually I go places because of you. The thing is, I've gone to so many countries, right? And I've not experienced any of them properly because if I go, I'm going with one of you to go and watch a game, or I would have gone with one of you to watch a game, and I'll be there
Same
for
thing
like.
for me though.
2
I've gone to
days.
so many countries and not. been
I just
able to
don't know,
experience
like-
I've gone to a lot of countries.
Deep the
I've
countries we've
gone
been,
to.
bro. We've been to Ukraine, Manny.
Ukraine.
I
That's
can't tell you what
crazy.
Ukraine is like,
I've been
other
to
than the fact that I watched Champions League
Serbia.
there.
That's crazy.
That's
as
crazy.
well.
Switzerland. Austria.
Switzerland is lovely.
Switzerland's light work. Austria's light work.
Never been there.
Where else have I been?
Obviously,
Spain.
Spain is the one I've
Croatia,
experienced
I
the
went to
most.
Split in Croatia. I've been to Poland. That was cool.
Yeah, see,
Poland,
this is
nice.
he's gonna take this one now because it's just gonna be
Been to Brazil.
that one.
stunning.
That is my
Hey,
dream.
when I tell you that football on the beach thing, that's one of them ones that's like you didn't know it was on your bucket list, but now it's there and I ticked off at the same time.
Yeah, no, Brazil is
Football
somewhere I
on the
wanna go.
beach thing. Yeah,
You can do that in Senegal as well, to be fair.
stunning. Where else have I been? I've been Japan a couple times.
Another one that I'm trying to see.
Haven't
He's
really
living my
experienced
dream
it
essentially.
properly.
Should we go to Nigeria and play football? As in, like,
I've
just
been
play
trying to
football
go
with the
now.
locals. That would be so
Oh, okay.
sick.
I was just thinking, like, what, you mean for the national team?
With the
or like what?
locals.
Yeah.
With your people, mate.
Yeah, bro. I
Yeah,
like the locals.
I'm just saying, yeah, obviously,
They're saying it like they're
Sound like
foreign.
an
No,
outsider.
Nah, when you go Nige and you come from
Say, let me go
London,
and
they
chill with the
You're
people in the
definitely an
community.
outsider for sure.
They clock
Yeah.
you straight away.
You can't blend in.
can
There's
wear
no
whatever
blending.
you want. They look at it and say, my man's not from here.
That's even when we went to Brazil. They were like, "Yeah, you can't be wearing anything anyhow because they already know that you're not from here. They
Yeah.
can see it straight away." So and it's to stay with a group. If you get isolated, it's a long day.
Yeah, boy.
If
We
you
walk
could
through the
go-
favelas,
If you could go anywhere, where would you go?
Right now.
Like, yeah, just one place that you've
China.
not been.
Not been. Ooh.
China.
Yeah, 'cause I know you guys have been to quite a few places.
No, where would I actually go?
Australia.
Mine would have been
Australia's
Japan.
so nice, man.
Australia.
I'll just
The
like
only
Asia.
issue with Australia is it's so far from everything else. So if you're gonna go Australia, I'll go Dubai for like a good few days. You know, get some sun.
mind
3
that.
days. Transfer to Australia. I stay in Australia for like a week and a half minimum. I'd say 2 weeks if you really wanna. Minimum 2 weeks actually, and then yeah, maybe visit New Zealand if you got a week for New Zealand as well. But Australia is huge. I'd spend the whole 2 weeks in Australia. Maybe.
But you've been there. I said somewhere you've not been. You've been to Australia.
No, I'm
right?
talking about him. He said Australia.
Oh, you said
me. Name places.
Space.
Oh, I'd love to go to space, man. I would love to go to space.
You're weird.
went
Though.
to-
He wants to go chasing storms and that.
Yeah,
Storm
wanna go
chasing.
to the
Percy
moon.
Jackson is going on there, man.
I want to go to the moon. Anyway, you're
Yeah.
saying that like your son doesn't want to come play football on the moon with me.
Yeah, because he doesn't realize where the moon is. He thinks it's in his garden.
Uncle, we play football on the moon.
Nah, that's jokes. Yeah, I don't know where I'd go. But I just wanted to ask you guys because you've been to loads of places. You could probably give me places that I could go to this summer.
Go
I'm looking
Let's ask the
to
people.
yeah.
Where should we go, guys?
Where should I go? I don't think we're going
Back
to.
No, let's go together. Where should-
Nah, that is crazy. That's dark.
You're actually.
No, because when that gets clipped on TikTok and it falls into the wrong person's feed, and the Brexit lot start
Mr.
commenting,
You know who I'm talking about.
with the Great Britain, with the Union Jack and the. Anyway,
Oh, my gosh.
them lot made me laugh, man.
That's when they see the England lineup is not looking very.
Start screaming, "Rule
very
Britannia!"
English.
Anyway,
Funny. Make sure that you're following Family Ties Show on Instagram and TikTok to get more of the exclusive clips and the bits that you don't see on the pod.
Comment below and let us know.
Just slow down. Son.
comment below and let us know. Comment below and let us know what you want to see and hear on the pod. Whether that's forfeits, challenges, topics, questions. Hit us with your best ideas.
If you're listening, don't forget to leave us a 5-star review to help us climb to #1 like Liverpool.
Oh,
That was so unnecessary.
bro. Oh my god!
And that can never be used.
You know
again
what?
'cause
I
it's
don't
never gonna
mind if you
happen
don't
again.
leave us a 5-star review after that.
Wait,
Because I'm not trying to be
wait.
like Liverpool.
Wait. Now
Okay.
we're not on the same page.
No, but if you're watching, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, send it to your family, your nan, your pet frog, everyone.
Oh.
Get them involved with the Family Ties Show.
Get the animals on the socials.
And yeah, that's it for today. We'll see you next Wednesday.
See you next Wednesday.